What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to discuss how to invest in IPOs. So before we get started, I hope you guys like and subscribe the video. It helps out with the channel. So in front of me, you guys see Airbnb stock. First thing I want to tell you guys is that there are trends and patterns you have to look out for when investing in IPOs, right? And it doesn't require too much thinking. It doesn't require thinking at all. Look what happened on the first day of the IPO. And this is what usually happens with different IPOs, right? It starts off flat, goes a little higher, and then it drops immediately. And then it starts to surge again, right? So this is the pattern that we're seeing with Airbnb for just a week, right? Now let's go to another stock that IPO'd, Uber. Perfect example. Check out their IPO. I believe they IPO'd in 2019. But look at what happened here. It dropped and it pulled back up just like Airbnb, but then it dropped again. And this was over the last year and a half, right? So the first point I want to make about IPO is to avoid them if you can. The very beginning, you need to avoid these stocks, no matter if you like them or not. And let me tell you why. This is the same pattern with a lot of stocks that have IPO. Let's go to Lyft. So it's not just one stock you see it in, it's all the stocks, right? 5 years, Lyft is still, worse than it was when it got started, So there's a pattern that you look out for. So when you see that next big name that's IPOing, I believe Robinhood should be IPOing maybe early next year or something. Don't be so quick to invest in it. They have no, as of now, these companies and these stocks that you want to buy, they don't have any substance to them, no basis yet. Don't get me wrong, Tesla was like this at first. I believe their IPO was pretty much the same, right? You don't start off going to the ceiling or going to the roof. You're going to have to fall a lot. But if you truly believe in the company and they are a winner, it's going to eventually go up because you're going to see it in their earnings, which, by the way, Lyft and Uber, they don't have great earnings, right? So in the future, they may be profitable, but right now they're not. So this is why you're seeing, even after like a year or two, it's just going down. And there's a reason for that. So my number one rule is to try your hardest to avoid them because they all tend to have the same patterns and you have to look out for these patterns. But there is a bottom. So with Lyft, as you see right here, Lyft's bottom is around $21, right? And this only happened, in my opinion, because of the stock market crash we had at the beginning of this year, right? And it hit the same bottom, maybe a little higher, a higher low of $22. So these would have been, well, actually, this second bottom would have been the best time to buy at, which was just this October, right? Because it hit it once, right? And it hit it again, but it doesn't seem to go lower than that first one, right? So which makes the second one a good opportunity to buy. I hope you guys are taking notes. I didn't know this. It seems like it is, something that you should just know off the top of your head, but I didn't know it. So the second rule is, and this is taking out all those big words that people use on other channels. I'm just very visual here. And you guys can see my portfolio. Let me go back so I can seem more credible, right? Look at this portfolio. I just bought and I held, right? And I had some down days too, right? But I'm not a genius. I'm not smart. I don't use technical words. I just look and I see and I do research on the companies. And I say, okay, I want to be in this stock for 10 years. I lock the account and I don't touch it. And you see my results right now. So I can imagine let's go back to Airbnb. I can imagine people's concern when they hop in a stock like this and, it's going up, but eventually it may come back down because, again, there's no substance. So those are the two rules. I'm going to make another video to continue this conversation, but those are the two rules that I want you guys to follow. Number one, try to avoid it at the beginning at all costs. And number two, you have to wait to a point where you see a double bottom. And if the second bottom is higher than the first, then it's good. So see you guys.